Take one. Clap.
Behind every sash, there's a story.
The wins, the near misses,
The looks, the decisions.
and everything you didn't see on the day.
This is Chasing the Sash.
The story behind the sash. Let's call it like it is.
And now it's time for On the Field.
Where we're going to spill the tea on what's happening, what's trending, and what everybody's talking about. Now, we've got a little section we're going to call On the Field, where Sharon and I will chat, and generally not fight with each other, but definitely have a look at some little fabulous thing about fashions on the field. We both love it, both really, because once you get involved in it, you can't escape. You just think it's too much fun. From my side, as a milliner making for the girls, it's a case of, yes, okay, can we do that bigger? Can we do that better? Can it be this? Can it be that? And it's a little bit like a drug, and you just go, ooh, where am I going next? That's how I got involved in it. It was so funny. I really had no idea about fashions on the field, because no background in horses or anything like that. But I had just a few girls when I started making hats, and I sort of loved it, didn't know really what I was doing, but just playing. And then I just had a few gorgeous girls who came up and went, oh, could you make something to go with this hat? Or I love that. And I'm going, well, it's a bit mad. Where are you going to wear it? And then it was like, oh, more.
I guess mine's a little bit different now. I
Yeah.
started fashions on the field because I used to go to the races when I was so young. And at the time, I know a long time ago, my partner was heavily involved in the racing, and he was a horse trainer, and I used to go quite a bit, and I'm thinking, oh God, what am I going to do? You know, I didn't know much about horses in those days. And so it was a way for me to fill in my time. So I would just go out and I'd meet a few girls, and that was our fun part. We enjoyed the day by being in fashions on the field. And then the girls, we'd all say, it's time, off we go. And it was our way of entertaining ourselves while we were at the races. So I had moved on quite a bit. So started going to Melbourne Cup every year, which I loved that. I wouldn't enter fashions on the field at Melbourne Cup. I was really in awe. I had a lot to learn. Then when I started winning fashions on the field, and I used to go to a lot of country tracks, the poor country tracks in those days actually had no help. They had no rules. They had no guideline. They had people coming on and running it for them, and they saying, it was really controversial in those days, oh, it's my friend that won because that's the judge. That's her friend, so she's won. And I heard it over and over and over again. And so the race clubs said, is there any way you would even consider running it for us? And I thought, yeah, sure, I'll give it a go. I just started, or the reason why I started Thoroughbred Events Australia was to help out the small race clubs. So I was going out there, and one of the things we always say is that we have no friends when we start judging or running fashions on the field. So we were able to, cut that out, that we were only picking our friends because we were going to country tracks where we didn't know the locals and we didn't know people. And the race clubs were absolutely loving it because they were actually getting results, and the girls and the whole community was then getting behind it a bit more and saying, well, it's not rigged. It's, it's really the best person who's winning. And then we were able to, as you know, Neil, we started bringing, like yourself in, we were bringing experts to these race clubs, and they go, isn't this fantastic? Neil's coming, Neil Grigg, get all excited. And, and we had yes people. We brought so many amazing people on and judged. And so it was really, for me, I loved it. And I quickly got into running it early because I had won a couple of fashions on the field, but it's because no one was doing it and they just didn't know how to run it. These days now, the fashion's on the field. There's rules. There's so much out there, which is great, and it helps the race clubs everywhere now. I still love it. I still love watching it.
If you think about it, most of us, we just go to work and whatever you're wearing, that's okay. It's your work clothes. You only get the chance to really dress up and have lots and lots of fun when you're out at the races. It's a great day.
It is
Day
a
at the
great
footy
day.
isn't quite the same.
In saying that, Neil, I just found a race club who is doing rugby and races. The rugby starts in the morning, and then they're having the races in the afternoon. And I put it up on Thoroughbred Events Australia because I went, oh, God, that's incredible. So you bring in the guys in, and then the girls can come later. I thought it was amazing.
Dear, oh dear, the sight of the boys at that stage. Yum. I'd like to see the men's fashion on that day.
I could talk all day about this segment. So, I'll just want to say a couple of other things, if I can, that, there's people like It's All About the Sash that have made it accessible for those girls who want to compete in fashions on the field.
Agreed.
To see who's winning, know where to go, see where the race clubs are, who the judges are, because, I know we're going to talk about this later, but you really, if you want to win fashions on the field, you really need to know who your judges are. Yeah, as I said, I'll talk all day on this section. I love fashions on the field. So we're really interested to see, what it is that you love. Please write into us. We're definitely all for hearing what it is that you love about fashions on the field. Welcome to the Hall of Fame,
where the sashes may fade, but the style, it's forever. Our first Hall of Famer is the gorgeous Holly Keenan at Flemington in 2025. Were you there? Did you see her? These photos are courtesy of the Victorian Racing Club. First up, let's take a look at the outfit and the finalists. So here we go.
Never seen an outfit like this before. I think it is absolutely amazing. It is definitely a HTTP for me. The whole lot is just incredible, from the outfit to the headpiece to the shoes. The structure of that is just incredible. 10 out of 10 for me.
Well, I'll agree with you there. Definitely 10 out of 10. But do you know the fabulous thing about that dress? That our gorgeous girl, she's an engineer, and she actually creates all those pieces that are put onto a frame to create the dress. She does it all. She creates it all. It's amazing. I don't care who made it, but the fact that she made it and she designed it, 11 out of 10. Definitely. Just wonderful.
And Neil, your thoughts about the military? I'd love to hear your thoughts about that part.
For me, actually, I hate to admit it, but I actually quite like it. Because it's so simple. The dress is so strong that if you went into an incredibly strong hat with that, it's like overkill. So that's one of the interesting things about fashion, is the fact that you have to know when to stop. And it's beautiful. It repeats the theme of the dress in the little twing at the top there, that little trim that's sitting there. It really is a very, very, very good piece. You could have overdone it by doing, say, a piece that was totally covered like the dress, and then you'd be going, is there a girl underneath there? No, it's a really lovely piece, and the hero of the whole thing is the dress, and the accessories are all paired back so that what we see is the fabulous dress and the fabulous girl in it. So 11 out of 10.
Totally agree.
All right, it's time for She Was Robbed. The looks that had everything going for them.
But somehow they didn't get the result that they wanted or deserved.
And had you screaming,
She was robbed!
This segment is She Was Robbed. We thought we'd start with Brittany Tamu and look at the championships at Randwick in 2017, where she failed even to make the top 10. These images come to you all the way from Thoroughbred Events Australia from our archives.
What I'd like to point out, it's a photo shoot and we touched on that last week, and I want to show you what my standout pick is for a photo shoot. I'm here with Brittany McGlone, who has absolutely nailed it. She's in a bright red colour. It's drama, it's texture, it's everything, and on the stage behind that camera, this looks incredible.
My thoughts about this outfit. I thought Brittany, when she walked on the race course, was the absolute standout. I have never seen so many people just stop and stare as she walked through the crowd. Everything about this outfit was incredible, including it was like a cape. So she had some movement. The hat was just like gorgeous, but I'll let you talk about the hat, Neil. I just could not fault her. And when she got on stage, it was really upsetting to know that she didn't even make the top 10. I have to admit, yeah, it blows me away. But I will say that she was a 10 out of 10 and was totally robbed.
Big call, but an amazing look. She really, she's very beautiful, and she always carries herself so beautifully, which is very important. People should remember that that's part of it, the way that you parade, etc. Obviously, this is a photo. This one, you had put up a photo, so that puts you a little bit behind the eight ball, but then everybody else is behind the eight ball too. But I think an incredibly strong outfit, and even though very, very good finalists, I can pick and choose amongst them that I liked or didn't like, but I think that something as strong as that deserved to be amongst the top 10, even if as a judge you were going, no, that's not what I want, but it certainly should be in. One of the things about judging that is really hard is the fact that you'll have three judges. So they'll go, I want 17, 12, and 43. And somebody else will be going, I want 17, 11, and 43. And the other one will be something else again. So it's adding up all those so that it is a mix of those judges choosing and then collating those things. But just quietly, because, well, I did make the hat for her and I do love the outfit. Not that I'm biased or anything, but I often make for Brit. She's a great ambassador for fashions on the field anywhere. She really is. And she didn't make it this time. Yes, okay, she was robbed. But next time round, watch out.
Agree. Brit's got some incredible outfits. So, and you got to remember this was in 2017. So we did have a bit of a different look back then. And I totally agree. Judges, it's always the judge's decision. I'm not knocking anybody at all. It's just, it's a personal taste. We always say that, it's judge's decision on the day, and that is not what they wanted. But we're just here having our say, and I guess it's also because I saw her walk on and she just looked amazing.
Yeah, well, that's that incredible thing that you, if you do see that, and really, most of the girls that are going to go in fashions, you can literally spot them.
Yeah.
It's like ba-bing, 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 going to the races. It really is.
True.
Looking around and going, oh my God, What's she wearing? Oh, my God, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. No, lots and lots of fun.
Now it's time for Hatastic.
Where the hat is the moment. Hi, everyone. Now we're going to look at Hatastic hats. Love it. Good combination. Right. This look was a standout when it was created by Kelly Foster at the recent meet at the Bridgie Surf Club. The hat was by Lisa Hughes Millinery. Look at me. I'm looking at other people's millinery and being nice about it. And these photos are reposted thanks to the Race Club's Facebook page and to Lisa Hughes Millinery Instagram account. Right. Let's have a look at this.
I absolutely love this outfit. From the moment I jumped on and had a look at how the fashion was going and who was there, this whole outfit, not even just the hat, was flawless. I have to admit this style is something that I just absolutely love. It's a very clean cut, classic, strong in that it is so simple, but so structured and so beautiful and elegant. Adored it. I thought using a pale blue hat against the cream was great. It was a little bit outside, it wasn't matchy, but everything came together so well. She put it back with the brown bag and the accessories. But going back to the hat, because it's all about the hat, I just thought that was incredible. As Neil knows, bigger and better for me. But it was actually quite a simple line, but oh my God, it was just so striking. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what you think about this one, Neil.
Well, I agree with you. It's amazing and a fabulous combination of taking the sort of deep creamy suit and adding the chocolate trim to it. But then instead of just staying with those colours, to have that pop of blue, well, more than a pop of blue, basically a blue hat against that. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, beautifully made, very, very simple, very elegant, and the trim, the ribbon on that seems to float. It's like one of my wonderful assistants at one stage said, and she was a sprightly young 83, I think, at the time, and she said, when you put a trim on a hat, it looks like the wind has blown and it's fallen on the hat. And what should it look like is that as the wind blew again, it would blow away. And that is the lightness and beauty of the way that trim was put on the hat. Very, very, very nice. But as you say, very simple. And that chocolate trim that pulls everything together, beautifully done. And congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
How's it go?
She was winner.
Yes. Yeah. Wish I'd made it. Lovely.
So Neil and I both agree that this outfit was fantastic or hatastic. But, you out there, we'd love to hear from you if you agree or disagree, because this is what this is all about, but just be kind. We're all about being kind. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. A hatastic look is the right look.
And now it's time for the It Girls.
Those superstars that everybody's chasing.
Our next segment is It Girls. I'm so excited about having our first It Girl who is an absolute standout on any catwalk. We're talking about the fabulous Bryony Burke. You have seen some of her best looks from our documentary, Chasing the Sash. Bryony is just incredible. She's one of my favorite girls, which is why she's our it girl and our first it girl. She makes a lot of her own outfits. She gets incredible fabrics from various places. She's creative, and she certainly knows how to put a whole outfit together. If you saw her on any racetrack, she's a standout. Neil, what did you think about her?
Oh, as an it girl, yes,
And
definitely. She's very pretty for starters, which is always a good start. But she finishes, it's very coiffed look. It's all simple, clean, beautiful. And then the creativity of putting um, just interesting combinations of fabrics and combinations of colors together. And that's what I think the standout part of fashions is all about. That yes, it's you can see the combination, but you put screaming orange with purple or something like that, and it's just it makes it step up that little bit. Not always a contrast, sometimes, as in the red and the gold, but the hat just pulls the red out of that particular fabric and just adds an extra level. It's not overwhelming the way that she dresses. That's what's so nice about it. It's that she still comes through, and that's the important thing. You don't want your hat or your dress to wear you.
absolutely agree. Another thing I'd really like to say about Bryony is that when she walks on a catwalk, she absolutely owns it. And confidence just oozes out of her. And when you're on stage, you can't be a shrinking violet at all. You really need to own it
Yes,
and just present it. And doesn't matter which style you've gone for, you have to own it. And every time she gets on stage, she smiles, she walks perfectly, she's just glows. And one of the things that, we often say is that we're looking for someone who stands out on the stage. It doesn't always mean your outfit, it means you actually stand out. And when Bryony walks anywhere, she stands out, she owns it. So she's definitely an it girl for me.
she's definitely an it girl.
Everyone out there, if you think Bryony is one of your it girls, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know your thoughts. This is Local Legends.
Where country talent takes centre stage. We're on to our local legends. For our first local legend, we have Kerry Flint Jar. And these images come thanks to our documentary and to the VRC website. So have a look at the video and see how you feel about it.
Talking about Kerry, she's just an amazing fashions on the field entrance. Always looks incredible. I like her look. I like that she challenges fashions on the field. She's not just her same style all the time. She does change quite a lot. That one was at Shoalhaven City Turf Club, so we'll give them a shout out. It was a great meeting. I liked the fashions on the field. So Neil was a judge that day. So I'll let Neil say why you chose it. Then we'll mention what the controversy was over that, and then we'll let you have a say.
Beautiful course down there.
It
And the
is.
girls were, I was very surprised. I was, well, surprised, very incredibly pleasantly surprised at the quality of the girls that were up for doing fashions. Very great dressing, all that sort of stuff. I loved the feel. This is, oh gosh, how long ago was this? Quite a while.
4 years ago,
But
I think.
4 years ago. Great
Yeah.
big gorgeous sleeves, beautifully done, everything just perfection from top to toe. However, we did get into a little bit of trouble afterwards. And
All right.
the interesting thing is, as judges, you have to be you have to look at it and choose on your grounds or the way you see it but also, as I've discovered, have to be a bit aware of what else is winning here, there, and everywhere. So, Sharon, you could tell me what was
Yeah.
the problem?
The controversy over that was very recent, and I think it was a week earlier or 2 weeks earlier. The same outfit was worn by somebody else who also won. Maybe she had it already sorted out way before the day, which we do because most of these girls have spent 6 months or so putting all their outfits together. So how do you choose? Should she be um, not given her day because someone recently had one in the same outfit? Do you take points away? I don't think that's kind of fair. My thoughts are I don't think it's fair. She looked the best on the day, and you were judging, and the judges were there judging on what they saw. I think the judges got it right, but yeah, I'd love to hear other
I know.
people's thoughts on
It is
that.
sort of it was quite yeah, quite a little bit of a step back, and you're going, oh,
Oh,
but at the same time, you go, oh, that's a little bit of an issue because the girls were talking about it. But
yeah.
then, just I'm sorry, but I have to judge. If I'm judging, and same with other judges, you judge with what's sitting in front of you. If she had if she had won last year at the same racetrack, that doesn't disqualify her from winning this year. If she's wearing a dress that someone else wore somewhere else and they won, that doesn't disqualify her. The judges to come in and make a decision on the day what people are wearing and how fabulous they look and parade. I mean, it's really, it is the day, and it is the judges making their decision. And we love everybody that comes up onto stage, tall, small, whatever. Everyone is wonderful, but we have to make a decision.
Yeah.
So,
I agree,
that
yeah.
means that someone loves us and 33 others hate us.
Exactly right. It's so hard being a judge. It's also hard running fashions on the field because, everyone does have an opinion, and we certainly hear all about everyone's opinion. But in this case, we are wanting people's opinion. So we're welcoming it. So girls or boys, please, let us know what you think. But yeah, it was an interesting day. Let's say that.
Now, it's time to spill the tea.
The moments, the calls, and everything lighting up the group chats.
From the controversies to the themes, tracks, and prizes. I think we're across it, or we think we are.
Okay, get ready. We're about to spill the tea.
And I'll have an Earl Grey, thanks.
We're going to talk about what matters, and again, we'll have lots to say about that.
Isn't that unusual, us having a lot to say?
So this segment we're going to talk about, and we can't wait for your feedback on this. Does the prize really matter? As an organizer, I have spent so long going out there and trying to get sponsors and prizes. It seemed it was in earlier days it was a lot easier. I remember getting $15,000 for Scone, and I spent so long putting all that together. But does it really matter? We've seen girls getting fashions on the field, and all they're getting is a bottle of champagne and a sash. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Neil, what do you think?
Yeah, interesting actually. No, seeing some girls after they get a sash, it's like, oh, and I get a prize. Oh, there's that. Oh, there's that. Oh, there's that. But
Yeah.
beforehand, it's got nothing to do with the prizes. If it's only a bottle of champagne, girls will still turn up. It really is. The prizes are really a compliment you'll find that most of the prizes, country prizes, the prizes are given by people in the community. And I think that's really, really interesting that the girls don't generally go along going, oh, I want to get the $300 prize from there or the something or other from there. But the whole thing is that on the day, it's really about the sash. I mean,
Yeah.
surrounded by lots of Aussies, but it's really the sash that is the thing. It's like,
They're obsessed. It's an
yeah, I
obsession,
know.
isn't it? You see some of these girls, they'll do anything to win, which is fantastic, But I am going to go a little bit further on that in that I remember we had Emirates Airline as one of our major sponsors, and
Yes.
the level of contestants was through the roof. And I found when we had an airline,
Yes.
the lineup was just huge. So
Yeah. To actually sort of put a hole through my argument completely, the overall winner at Melbourne Cup is a Lexus car. So that is the winning prize, which isn't a bad prize. Thanks
not
very
a
much.
bad
I'll put my hand
prize.
up for that. Yeah, although my legs aren't good enough for it anymore.
Oh, it would be beautiful. But I mean, Melbourne Cup, that we all know the prizes are extraordinary down there, and they
Yeah,
deserve
yeah.
it. They do a
Well,
hell
I
of
mean,
a. Sorry, go on.
well, no, it's just that the girls, any of the girls that you see there, have generally been to goodness knows how many
Fashions on the
previous
field.
fashions
Yeah,
on the field, and
they're the
you learn your
experts.
skills. You
Yeah.
actually, and then that's as we keep saying, that's the culmination. I mean, we could all yell and scream at the TV on Cup Day, going, "Show us more of the fashions! Show us more of the fashions!"
Yeah. Well, haven't you loved our first episode of Chasing the Sash podcast?
And it's a completely two-way conversation. We want to hear from you,
Yes. So tell us what you think on our socials.
and also what we should dive into next. We've got ideas, but we really want yours.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here. It's been really lovely. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Neil. It was a lot of fun, and I hope we can get some great stories in, and and see you next time.
Yeah, absolutely. See you, everyone.
That's all from us this week. We hope you loved it, sharing the passion for fashion, and we can't wait to see more.
And that's all from us this week. We've spilled the tea, celebrated the looks, and we love being part of this community.